What is up YouTube? Remy here. Today I'm going to show you guys how to install Windows 95 in VirtualBox. This is the updated tutorial on installing Windows 95 in VirtualBox, as the new version of VirtualBox at the time of recording 6.1.38. You no longer have the option to actually disable a VTX AMD, so Windows 95 is the first operating system to introduce the start menu, the taskbar, and of course the minimize, maximize, and close buttons. So without further ado, let's get this started. So the first thing you need is VirtualBox. The second thing you need is a Windows 95 boot disk. And the third thing you need is the Windows 95 ISO from PC. And the fourth thing you need is a Fix95CPU ISO that you're going to be downloading. So let's get this started. So we're going to click on New, and we're going to type in Windows 95, then hit Next, and I'm going to bump up the RAM to at least 128 megabytes, and then hit Next, Create, Next, Next, Create. Then you click on Settings, and if you have the older version of VirtualBox, you just go to System, Acceleration, and you just turn off Enable VTX AMD. Newer versions, you don't have it now, so that's why we're doing that fix. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on Storage, and we're going to look for the floppy disk, and you're going to look for that Windows 95 boot disk that you downloaded from PC. It's going to be linked in the description. It should be called Disk 01, and then OK, and then click on Start. Then what you're going to do is you're just going to load that NEC driver, which supports the VirtualBox hard disk. And then what you're going to do is you're going to type in fdisk, and then hit Y, and then hit Enter, then hit Enter, Enter, and then it's going to verify the drive integrity, and then hit Enter. And then you're going to hit on Escape, and then you're going to restart by using right control delete, and then choose the NEC ID CD-ROM driver once again. It should be dry letter D, and what we're going to do is we're going to type in format C:. Then hit Enter, and then hit Y, and then hit Enter, and then it's going to format the drive. Well, it already did, and then hit Enter, or you can just put in a volume label, and now you're done. Now what you're going to do is you're going to insert the Windows 95 ISO. It also includes Microsoft Plus, which I'm going to do in a separate video of it. So it's going to be WinX 95, and then I'm going to go here where it says W95 plus AR. Then what you're going to do is you're going to type in D:, and type in dir, and you should see a folder called Win95. Then what we're going to do is we need to type in C:, and type in mkdir space Win95, and then hit Enter, and then type in cd space Win95, and then hit Enter, and then type in copy D:/ Win95, and then hit Enter, and now it's going to copy file. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video, so I'll be back. Once done, go ahead and eject both the boot disk and the ISO, because we're done. And now we need to type in setup, then hit Enter, then hit Enter, and then it's gonna do the scan disk. So it's gonna take some time, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pause the video, so I'll be back. Right after I paused it just went straight to the Windows 95 setup screen. So what I'm gonna do is you're gonna click inside and click on continue, and now it's going to prepare the setup. So This might take some time, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video, so I'll be back. Once you get to this screen, just click on yes. And then this should bring you something. It might ask you for your product key or something like that. So it's going to take some time, so I'm going to pause the video, so I'll be back. Once this shows up, just click on next. Make sure you're set to C Windows and then hit next. And as you're going to prepare the directory, it's going to check for installed components. So we're going to wait here. And then it's going to check for available disk space. Make sure it's set to typical or whatever, just click on next. And now you have to type in your product key. Now the product key I usually type in whenever I do this, the product key is going to be 12095-0004226-12233. So what I'm going to do is I need to go ahead and enter the product key, so I'll be back. Once you get to this screen, you can type in your name. I'm just going to call it my name and then hit next. I can also hit enter. Okay. It says cannot read from drive A. You probably want to have the Windows 95 boot disk. Select both of these and then hit next. And then it's going to analyze the system. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video, so I'll be back. When you get to this screen, just make sure it's set to install the most common components and then hit next. And then click on no, I do not want to start up disk, and then hit next. And now click on next, and now it's going to copy file. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video, so I'll be back. Now it's ready to restart, so go ahead and hit finish. And before you do that, you might want to take out the boot disk. Then click on OK, because now we just removed it. And then it's going to restart, and you might see an error show up that says Windows protection error. So you might see that protection error show up, but guess not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video, so I'll be back. If this shows up, just click on OK. And computer name, I'm just going to call it Windows 95, and then hit close. On workgroup, we're just going to type in workgroup. And then click on close. And now it's going to copy more files. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video, so I'll be back. When you get to this screen, you can choose your time zone and then click on close, and then it will continue. And if this shows up, just click on cancel. And now we're ready to restart, so we're going to click on OK. And then it's going to start Windows 95, and this time you will see a Windows protection error, which I guess not. So it's going to take some, and it looks like we might not get it. So we're just going to type in my name and then hit enter. Just going to leave it blank. It looks like it might be working in this version of VirtualBox. So that's it, folks. So that's how to install Windows 95 in VirtualBox. I guess we didn't have to patch it, but I'm going to do a separate video tutorial on this one. So if you right click my computer, hit properties, you should see that we have successfully installed Windows 95 in VirtualBox. This is OSR 2.1. So thank you guys for watching. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button, and also follow me on Twitter at RubenAlperdiccio17. Also follow me on Instagram at Ruben the Transit Fan. So that's how to install Windows 95 in VirtualBox. So I'll see you next time.